Morning, Joe and the Pro with the Prez and Teddy. It's Monday. Thanks so much for listening and watching. Make sure to comment all the time. We've got Smiling Teddy with us. Big weekend for you. I think you had a monster yesterday, right? Indy, Washington.
I had a good NFL Sunday. It was not a great week by any stretch of the imagination. My basketball stunk. I lost my big bowl play. But the NFL's been, real good all year, and that continued in week 15. Swept the board so far, although we are in action on Monday Night Football.
Me as well. I've got both the side and the total tonight at WagerTalk.com. And you, my friend, have a play. You can get it at WagerTalk or at Sports Memo. And it's in Teddy's interest for you listeners to head over to Sports Memo and buy his plays there. How are you, my brother?
No, I'm better after yesterday. How are you?
You know what?
Rough today?
I had a rough day, dude. I just got out of the dentist chair. My entire side of my face is numb. My tongue is numb. My front lip is numb. I think I could do really good cunnilingus right now.
I have no response to that. Here's my question for you. You got a dentist appointment. Why don't we do this before the dentist appointment? So you're not going on the time to do the podcast and your tongue all swollen.
Because you had about 6 bloody shows this morning.
No, I didn't. It's light. So with the, I was doing the show on SBR, the sports bit, for the last 3 years, and that was canceled for December. We're working on something for January, but this like December, my mornings are relatively light compared to what it is another time of year. So, yeah.
Well, I had no idea.
That's why I'm talking to you about it. Me and you, all of our discussions seem to come on air. Whatever, like we're having a personal conversation.
I got to tell you, dude. You texted me a few nights ago saying, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I was trying to get you to talk. So this is what I was doing. Okay, it was like what, 1 a.m. your time or 2 a.m. your time. It was a hey, are you awake? There's something I want to talk to you about, but I'm not going to text you that way.
Okay, well, I was very busy.
Yeah, obviously you were. You didn't respond back. Was that why you have cunnilingus on the mind? Cunnilingus. What kind of word is that?
Who came up with it?
Obviously you did, because it's on your mind this morning.
Well, I didn't make the word up. But it is tasty.
I don't want it, dude. I'm not even. I don't even think. I'm going to self-edit and just say. I'm not even going there, dude. I'm not going to get in the slang. I'm not going to get in the swears. We're not going to talk about licking whatever you want to. Just can we talk about sports?
Is this a sports show?
No, it's Morning Joe and the Pro.
Morning Joe and the Pro, and you're the Pro.
Yeah. Just keep wiping your nose on your sleeve, dude. That's a really good look for you while you're doing videos.
Oh, you know what, Teddy? Shut up. We got a promo for you today, dude.
All right, booger sleeve.
Booger sleeve, my new name. Teddy NFL 199. Teddy NFL 199. $199 for the rest of your season and playoffs. Get it at sportsmemo.com. I feel like I'm slurring, dude.
Yeah, keep drinking.
So $199 for all your NFL season and playoffs, sportsmemo.com. Teddy NFL 99, and Jesus, you are killing it in NFL this year. I'm proud of you, dude.
I'm mad.
You're always mad. You were born
I know I'm mad.
mad.
I should have had more yesterday. I threw out winners, dude. I swept the board and I threw out winners. I should have had Minnesota. I threw out Minnesota on my card. I was waiting. The Vikings or the Bills for a free play. I ended up using the Bills. That was wrong. There was something else I was mad at last night.
Atlanta was the game I threw out, and I
was really mad at Minnesota. There was one other that I was mad at.
Well, I released Philadelphia, and I pulled it back before
the Browns.
It went up.
I should have had the Browns on. I was up.
Are you there? Teddy, your mic has gone kaputski.
I'm getting poor network connection.
Okay, say that again. You should have had the Browns.
Yeah, I should have had. I don't know. I'm just. I got poor network connection over here, dude. I don't know if anyone can hear me right now.
We can hear you beautifully.
All right. So what do you want to talk about?
Any
Games
good
I should have
movies?
had?
Any good movies you've seen lately? Any books you've been reading?
You're joking, right? Movies? Movies. When on earth in November? I mean, even at the end of the night, when maybe you got something DVR'd, you're like, all right, I'm going to watch this movie. Dude, I got like 15 minutes before I'm falling asleep. You know what I mean?
watched 2 movies last night.
I'm sure you did. That's your life.
One with my kids called The Meg, whatever. And then I watched Black Klansman by Spike Lee, which was really good.
Okay, great. I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that on an NFL Sunday, with all the cards coming out, with all bowl games this week and NBA and college, that on Sunday night you think, oh, I'm not 1 movie, but 2 movies.
Well, you know what, dude? I was done, man. I got 2 TVs in my living room. I had the LA Rams game on one of them, and I wanted to relax, man. I went through the bloody ringer with my bets all week. I need to have some freaking moment of relaxing and comfort. I even ate a bag of sour cream and onion ruffles.
Oh my God! A bag of sour cream and onion ruffles.
Whoa!
Oh my God! What a game changer!
So what else should we talk
everybody's
about?
interested in that.
Anyway, okay, brother. You got a free pick for us in hoops tonight?
Yeah. I'm going to lay it with OKC. I'm actually just writing it up right now. You can get the full write-up right now at sportsmemo.com.
There he goes. Into the radio voice.
It comes naturally. OKC minus 13 against the Bulls. The Bulls rallied from 21 down in the second half to beat the Spurs the other night. Look at Chicago off a win this year. Look at Chicago as double-digit dogs this year. This is not a good track record. Oh, and by the way, they beat the Thunder straight up last week in Chicago. OKC's coming to play here. I laid 13 with the Thunder against the Bulls tonight. You can get, again, the full write-up over at sportsmemo.com.
He's Teddy Covers. I'm the Prez, and we love each other.
That makes one of us.
Which one?
There are words I would use to describe my feelings for you, Lawrence. Love is not one of those words.
Let's talk a couple of bowl games and then a look ahead at the NFL Week 16 card. Bowl games. I did okay. I lost my only release this week. I had the over. I've gone blank.
Just so you know, that's not doing okay. When you have one release and it loses,
no,
that's called 0%. Okay, that's not like
I did okay betting. I pounded Dave Koken's play. I bet Temple. I bet. I did well. I did well in my bets.
Crap. You didn't give any of it to your clients.
No, I gave one play out and I lost.
Yeah, exactly. I did okay on Saturday and I gave out one play and it was a wrong side.
Which one was yours?
I had I bet against Utah State. I was on North Texas.
Oh yes, I bet your stinking play. Thanks for that.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Hey, if you number one, I bet it at 10. The markets closed that game at 7, 6.5. Clearly, I was on the right side of the move. The info was there. The info said North Texas is coming to play. Utah State, not so much. Obviously, the info wasn't good. Utah State came, and North Texas shot themselves in the foot 20 times. The game was over by halftime, and that's that. You don't panic, you don't freak out. But I'm not going to say, hey, I lost my only release. Oh, I did okay. No.
Oh, shut up, Teddy.
Oh, shut up. You're sitting there, oh, I didn't win a game in bowls, but I did okay. You're not talking to
the listeners love us, dude. They love our chemistry. Northern Illinois plus 2.5 tomorrow night against UAB, over and under 42.5. Both teams have been great ATS. Where are you going with this game?
Under.
Whoa, there's going to be a snooze fest.
The total's sitting at 43 or 42.5 for a reason, all right? These are not dynamic. Both teams are better on the defensive side of the football than they are on the offensive side of the football, period. We're not talking about offenses with a bunch of playmakers on either squad. We're talking about two great red zone defenses. I do not see points in bunches. Every point in this game is going to have to be earned.
Ohio, San Diego State. One team, Ohio 7-3 ATS, San Diego State a disaster 3-7. The line's gone from -4.5 to -2.5. What are you doing here?
I would only look at the Bobcats in that game. I don't think San Diego State's very good. Very young Aztecs team. Rocky Long said it 15 different times this year. Ohio has the offensive playmakers to put points on the board. San Diego State really doesn't. I do think that the Aztecs will be capable of running the football in that game against an Ohio run defense that is spotty. But when it comes to playmakers, the Bobcats have them on offense, and San Diego State doesn't.
Teddy, no show next Monday. I'm away in Mexico for the week, and I'm not going to videotape any shows, except I will be doing the NFL presidential address with Kelly, because that's the #1 most watched handicapping show on YouTube. And I'm going to keep it that way. Houston Army. Army 10-2 this year, dude. Houston 8-4. Houston is +3.5 playing against the option. Where are we going in this game? The under and over has just plummeted.
Did you intentionally skip the 3 games between Ohio, San Diego, and Saturday's games?
Yep.
Or was that Saturday?
Yeah, I did.
Talking about Houston?
Yeah, because I'm not interested in your opinions on the other games.
Oh, okay. I do not have a strong opinion on Houston Army.
Okay, well, how about you pick one, and then we'll go to the NFL.
Well, no, you just ran it. I mean, I still don't know what the point of the show is. You're like, oh, let's talk about this game, let's talk about that game. Oh, let's find a game 3 weeks from now that's not even a big game, and we'll talk about that.
Okay.
It's like,
LA Lakers.
Stop.
LA Lakers hosting Golden State sometime in the near future.
Before you come on air, do you do any work at all? Do you even say, okay, well, these are the games we're going to discuss?
No.
I know you don't bother sending me any notes, and that's fine.
No.
I don't need any notes. But it's like, all right, hey, I'm going to talk about the games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Or, I don't know, you're just going to pick some, Houston Army. Not even the first bowl game of the day. It's not even Wake in Memphis. You're like, oh, Houston Army. Let's pick this one. You know? I mean, like.
I don't want to prepare because, firstly, I'm lazy.
And your camera angle really bothers me.
Better?
Yeah.
How's that?
It's a whole different ball game like that.
I'm so handsome.
I have no response to that.
That's twice. Well, listen, dude, I think you've got exceptional hair.
I don't want to talk about cunnilingus or what you look like. Okay? Those are 2 things I do not want to talk about on the show today. Please.
Hey, you got a break from me next Monday.
Oh, goodness. And then, the worst thing about it is I'll miss it.
You know what? So will the listeners. They can't figure out our Monday show either, brother. Okay, dude. Week 16 NFL. We got, it is exciting right now in the NFL. And crazy, too, with Philadelphia upsetting the Rams yesterday. So many teams still mathematically in it. I'm going to pick some games we're going to talk about real quick. That one. Chargers against Baltimore. -4.5 for the Chargers. The line's dropped 1 point already. The over and under is 45. Baltimore needs to win this game, bro, especially with Indianapolis right behind them and a -9 favorite against the Giants. I think Baltimore is going to have a tough time beating the Chargers here.
Do you like this spot for the LA?
I do. I think LA is feeling really good after that win against Kansas City. And I think the other thing is they know Kansas City is going into Seattle and can easily lose that game. Kansas City and the Chargers are playing for a 1 or a 5 seed. It is an absolute massive difference. I think the Chargers will be very up for this football game. And I think Baltimore, which is a run-first team, is actually going to struggle to run against them.
Yeah, the one thing that the Ravens have yet to do in the Lamar Jackson era is face a good defense, particularly a good run defense. So the Lamar Jackson has been the QB for 4 weeks now, and all 4 run defenses they faced have been in the bottom half of the NFL. That's not the case for the LA Chargers. My powering number was a little bit higher than the current number on this game. The higher than the current number on this game. Baltimore's getting respect. here, and you can't love the spot for LA. That was a huge win. Come from behind, pull out every stop, in KC, and now okay, we return home. Exhale. I worry about the exhale here for LA. I really do.
Philadelphia, after a huge win last night, Nick Foles is the starting quarterback this coming week against Houston.
Oh, I got to talk injuries. Sorry. There's 4 key injuries for LA. Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's an impact injury for that team.
Yeah,
and they got 2 injuries in the secondary. They lost a starting corner and their starting safety, both of whom are questionable. One guy's in concussion protocol, one guy's out. So significant, and of course Melvin Gordon. Don't know if he's going to be able to go for the Chargers yet either. So that's at least a part of the reason why that number 4.5 is lower than I expected it to be. Now, sorry,
Teddy. Let's talk about Houston and Philly because, like you were saying,
good game.
Yeah, well, and the interesting thing is what you were saying with the Chargers as far as a tough spot or a bad spot. I think Houston is in a bad spot here. They just won home field advantage, leapfrogged New England, but now they're going on the road to face Philly. Philly looked good yesterday, and their defense has played really well for the last few games. The line has gone from Philly plus 1.5 to a pick 'em. I like Philly in this spot.
I don't disagree with the concept. Certainly when we talk about a team with a track record that we saw down the stretch last year with Nick Foles and company getting hot in December and carrying that over into January and even into February, the Eagles are not a team to take lightly. That being said, do you trust Philly's defense? I don't trust Philly's defense. I know they played better last night. Yeah, Jared Goff's been awful the last 2 weeks. Jared Goff's looked like a rookie at the end of the bench.
He's been awful for the last 11 weeks.
From a point spread perspective, he has.
No, but even from a QPR, I don't know if you know this, but Nick Mullins is ahead of him in QPR. Something is wrong with the Rams, but either way, I feel like we're going to get Philly's best game of the season this week. And, look, I like the under in this game as well, 45. Both running teams. Houston struggles to score in the red zone, but I like Philadelphia here.
Yeah, I wouldn't at first inclination. I certainly wouldn't talk you out of it. The Eagles have some upside, although I'm not going to sell the Texans short. And when it comes to areas that Philadelphia has weakness, the offensive line, the secondary, those are 2 areas where Houston is primed, poised to exploit them. Yeah, good game.
J.J. Watt looks good too. I mean, he lived in the backfield last week. Teddy, Detroit, Minnesota, an absolute must-win game for Minnesota. They have destiny in their hands. The playoffs are there for them. With that said, I know Detroit went into Buffalo and lost, but I think we're going to get I think Detroit's showing some moxie. Plus 5.5 is the line, and I'll tell you, I think Detroit would like nothing more than to knock Minnesota out of playoff position. I like the Lions here.
The Lions ranked 14th out of 16 teams in the NFC right now. They just lost a game to Buffalo, in which the play calling was rather predictable, shall we say. Kenny Golladay had a monster game. I don't know if you've been watching him. And since Detroit traded and lost all the receivers, Galladay's been, as good as DeAndre Hopkins or Julio Jones or any other number 1 receiver at the top of the league. My priority number came 3 for this ball game. And I went back and I said, hey, I'm not usually 2.5 points off the market at this stage of the season on anything. I went back and I looked at my numbers and I adjusted, and guess what? My power ranking came 3 on this game. So from a value standpoint, I do think there is value on the Detroit side. That being said, it takes a leap of faith to get on board with a Lions team that isn't very good against a Vikings team that played their best game of the season last week. And you say, is Minnesota capable of flipping a switch down the stretch? They might be.
Well, especially with their new OC. They put up 40+ yesterday.
Yeah, they got the right team at the right time in terms of Miami, who's bad defensively, and Miami off the miracle win. And the Dolphins, there have been 2 teams this year that every week, or not every week, but often over the course of the campaign, you keep on hearing, wow, so-and-so's offense just looked really good. Oh, they figured out their problems. And no, it's just the defense they face. One of those is Oakland. The other one's Miami. Those have been the two, arguably the two worst defenses in the NFL this season. So to say, oh, Minnesota fixed it, no, that's Miami.
And Teddy, it's going to be interesting to see the line move on the Minnesota-Detroit game. I think we're going to have
There's no interest. It's only going to be Minnesota money. There will be no Detroit money.
But I think there's going to be smart money coming in on Detroit.
Not yet. Not yet there isn't.
No. But if you're going to bet Detroit, I think you can wait. Last game I want to talk to you about is Seattle, Kansas City. Really must-win game for both teams. Seattle needs to one win to make the playoffs, and Kansas City does not want to ruin their entire season by dropping to the 5th seed overnight. Plus 2.5 for Seattle here. And I think this game actually works well for Kansas City. Yeah, Kansas City has got a bad run D. But the thing with Seattle is I don't think they can keep up. I don't think they can score the points required to match Kansas City. Kansas City coming off of a loss. We've seen them do well on the road this year. 5-1 ATS. I think this is a tough spot for the Hawks.
I think it's a tough spot. I mean, it's a really hard game. Again, we're talking Monday morning. It's just a gut reaction. My gut reaction to this game is no action. Did you see the touchdown run that Chris Carson had yesterday from the 1-yard line?
I had the under in that game.
Was that the single best 1-yard run you've ever seen in your life?
Well, from a 1-yard run perspective, it was incredibly impressive. And
I don't think that I've seen a better run in the NFL this year.
Well, you know what else?
And that includes Derrick Henry's 99-yarder against Jacksonville.
You know what made that run really special, Teddy, is that he didn't
the fact that he was down 6 times in the backfield and he had 8 defenders meeting him as soon as he caught the ball, and he shook them off and fought and elbowed the guy out of the way to get to the second guys who couldn't tackle him, and then just reached out a little bit to get the ball over. Was that it?
We'll go with that.
What was the cool thing about that play, Lawrence?
No offensive linemen were needed to carry him over.
Yes, that is very cool.
He's Teddy, I'm the Prez, and I got to end the show before I bite into my tongue. Cavity on the left side.
Drool for me, Lawrence. Drool for me.
Drool now.
Well, they're like when you got the Novocaine all over your tongue, and all of a sudden you really do. Oh shit, I'm drooling as I'm talking. I haven't seen much of that for you yet.
Well, I don't want to mention Bill Cosby because of what has happened to him, but I just recently watched himself a video, stand-up piece he did many, many years ago, and that dentist chair piece that he does is gold. I mean, he's one of the best pieces of stand-up comedy you'll ever see in your life.
Never saw it.
Google it, dude. YouTube it. I'm
sure. In my spare time, dude, instead of working with my clients, I'm going to sit here and start Googling around.
Blah, blah. Head over to sportsmemo.com. Use the promo code TeddyNFL199. Get the rest of his season end playoffs for $199. Teddy, I love you, bro. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Merry Hanukkah. Happy Christmas. Blah, blah, blah.
Enjoy Mexico. We'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Peace.